Good morning. Today's the 10th of July, a new week, and a nice start to the first half of the year last week, and hopefully we'll continue again this week. In fact, I've already continued it this morning. I took a trade in the pre-market, which I've got live on my screen at the moment. So I got in at 44.37.75, and my original order was 44.35.25, so my average price is about here at the moment. So I'm out. I took 4 contracts and I've taken 3 of them off, and I'm in one which I'm going to leave as a runner with my break even at 44.36. So good start to the day. Nice, up quite well as well, and I'm going to keep an eye on this as I'm talking. But let's move on to my trading view platform. So news today, nothing major, no high importance news, but we've got news at 9, used cars 10, we've got a few Fed speeches, and 11, 12 today. So they're times to keep an eye on, just in case we see any volatility. Okay, so on my screen at the moment is the MES or the ES chart, and in fact I've got it open because I was doing my analysis this morning. That's why I took the trade, and I'll show you the trade I took and why I took it. Let's open up my pen. So on the screen you can see this is the hourly chart, and what I was looking at was this. We had this big sell-off on Friday, big strong sell-off, so we're seeing weakness today. Or, you know, if we sell off, I will generally find if we sell off at the end of the day, then that sets us up for weakness. And or if we rocket or go to the moon, or if we see a rally at the start, at the end of the day, then generally that's the strength on the next day for the move higher. Let me just move this over here. Okay, so we saw this big sell-off on Friday, and in the post-market and the pre-market we saw it break down through this level, touch an area I was watching last week, 44.10 to 44.11, which is on my radar, but I didn't take it in the pre-market because I try not to take trades in pre-market. But what I couldn't resist was this break and retest area. So it came down, it now retests this area, and I'm hopefully going to see this sell off back down here. One thing I did leave it on my chart is let's go to the 5 minute for a second. So that's the trade I'm in at the moment. I've got a runner which is doing okay. So I've got the 5 minute chart open, and I also have Friday's trend lines we drew. We drew this live in our Discord trade room, and we had a bit of a vote, bit of fun. Bit of a vote on which way we thought the market's going to go, because it was doing this, it was going in and out, and in fact my vote was that it's going to go backwards, which is a bit silly, but I think one of the guys voted it's going to go up, and he was quite right. One of the other guys said it was going to come back down. I think I thought it was going to do that as well, and then one of the other guys said it's going to break the high of the day and break the low of the day, and he was the guy who won it because he was spot on. It did actually break the high and the low, so good for you. That was Andrew. But we can see this big rally up on Friday, and then the market just took a nosedive and sold off. So that's where the weakness is coming from today. And so into today's market, let's just go over to where we are now. My trade's doing well. So into today's market, I've got some levels drawn. So we've got this 44.10 area. We've had 2 touches already, so it's already. If I do take it, it will be a higher risk bounce area, and if we do see market weakness, then maybe a break and retest. But the funny thing is, the reason I wanted to show you this chart in the 5 minute was the trend line we drew. This one here. So this trend line here we drew, which was the break. You know, how can we predict the future? But here we go. This is the future being predicted on Friday. It broke through, and it's just trailed this trend line all the way down. Look at that. Come back up. It's retested it, and now it's broke through. So maybe if we do see weakness, maybe this trend line is still in play, and it will probably coincide with the 411, 412 area, this area here. So I think that's an area to keep an eye on. Looking at the volume profile, we've got a lot of heavy volume in this area, which is obviously our old area of demand. Now it's our area of supply, which we saw that bounce today. So we've got quite a lot of volume going on here, so that's a natural area of resistance, but not much down here. So we may, if we do see weakness in the market and if we see it grinding down, it may just break down through that level. But this trend line I'm keeping in place because it seems to be significant. Okay, so going back to the hourly chart on the MES, the levels I'm watching today are, I've got the 4400, which I'm in at the moment. There's an area over at 4466 to 4475, this area here. We've got a little bit of increased volume on the volume profile, and it's areas of where it used to be called, it was the floor, then it became the floor, then it became the ceiling, so it was resistance, and then we had a fake breakout through that area on Friday, and then we saw the market weakness. So if we do see a rally, I expect a bit of a bounce around that area. If we see weakness, I'm watching 4410 still for maybe a double bottom, or maybe we could be looking at a lower low. So maybe 4400 it will be a good target for a bounce. So 4410 will be a higher risk, so watch for a confirmation, smaller amounts of shares. 4400 will be a full size, and I'll be layering in, so I'll be taking a starter entry, another starter entry at 4400 for the expected bounce, and we may just see it break through, so I'll be watching for a reversal candle as well, and on increased volume on the break on that reverse. And then any pullbacks, I'm going to watch for reduced volume, and then try and time my entry on the break of a new colour candle, and we should see increased volume then as we see the bounce. So that's my plan for MES today. Just to recap the levels again, we've got a major bounce area at 4400, a higher risk bounce area at 4410 to 4411, 4440 has probably already been played, but we may see it just double top there and come back down, or if we see it might be a break and retest area as well, and then followed by 4468. And if we see a massive market rally, which is not unheard of because of what we saw yesterday, we may even get up to 4488, 4489 area. But I'm not really watching those. These are the areas I'm watching. This area here, 4410 and 4400. Let's have a look. Let's just have a quick look and see below 4400. That's right. So we've got this major bounce area as well, big area of demand, and that's at 4370 area to 4368. So that could be another target if we do break through these levels today. And just one thing to note is this increased area of volume. So if we do come back down to 4410, we've got this high volume, and our volume point of control actually runs right through that area. And let's look at that double bottom. That was definitely showing market reversal. Hard to judge because the volume is very strange during the pre-market, but that would have been a great entry. A double bottom followed by a break of that bar, maybe on the 5 minute we could have got a good entry, but like I said, I wasn't really watching those areas. But interestingly, the 60 minutes, it looks like it wants to break that previous colour candle as well. So my trade is doing okay. Going over to SPY now. So similar analysis to MES, so it'll be a quick short one to go through. And we've got similar levels as well. We've got this where are we now? We've got this area of supply up here, 2 areas of supply, so watching 4440, 44, 4150, maybe that area, as a higher risk bounce, so that'd be a wait for confirmation. But again, like the MES, it's proven to be resistant, support, then it's broken through support, and now it's resistance. So we may see it come back up for a rejection. Scalp area, possibly 439 to 440 area, but that would be a very high risk scalp, so something to be careful of. 437 bounce, another high risk bounce area, but a better area will be 435, 434, and then we've got this 431, 432 area at the bottom. So they're the areas to watch out for. And again, any of the major areas which are far away from where we are now, I'll be looking to layer in. So when I layer in, I'll take a starter position at the entry of this zone. Then where you see the dotted line, that's my preferred entry area. So I'll take another starter position, maybe it's 2 starter positions there, and then I'll look to take another starter position as we come out of the zone, or if we pull back and we test the zone. And then so basically 4 starter positions is 1 full size position for me. Anyway, hopefully you have a good day trading, and I will see some of you in the Discord room.